Pierre, you wanna come out here?
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy King Sheldon. I'm back with another video. I said I'm back with another video. You know when it says it. Today, I got a very special treat for y'all today. Very marvelous, fabulous, magnificent treat today. Some will call horrendous. Some will call it scary. You know, it's a lot of words in the dictionary for the type video I got for y'all today. As y'all can tell from the title, I will be going over the topic of why I quit college football. It's a lot of reasons, a lot of stuff that went into me, you know, giving up the game I love so much. But before I hop into it, I need y'all to drop a like, drop a comment if you can, and subscribe. That's all I want y'all to do. You ain't gotta do nothing else. You really don't even gotta do that. Give me some type of interaction, any type of love on this video, I'ma appreciate it. But without further ado, let's hop straight into the video. I am going to let y'all know that I am going into my junior year. So last summer would have been my freshman summer going into my sophomore year. I'm gonna give this precursor. I'm gonna start from the summer. I'm not gonna really start from my freshman year, but I will let y'all know freshman year I didn't play much. My freshman year, I did not play much at all, and you know that hurt my heart. That hurt my to the bone. The fact that I didn't play it, I'm not used to that. I've never been used to that. I was in high school playing, middle school playing. I've never been the one to just sit on the bench, and that's what I did the whole entire year. It was different. Coming out of that, I had to realize that I had to put in the work if I really wanted to get to where I wanted on the depth chart. If I wanted to be a 1 or a 2 or even on special team, I had to put in the work. For last summer, I guess it would be now. You know, I was getting real active. You know, I was getting real active in the streets. I was going crazy on the field. I'm talking about hitting the field at least 3 times a week, hitting it with the quarterbacks, making sure I'm catching passes, making sure my hand's good. Even had my position coach there one time, you know, teaching me on how to stop on it. I'm doing everything I can. I'm learning everything. I'm in the gym. I'm hitting weights. I'm doing bench every day. I'm working out probably 4 times a week. I'm putting in all the work. I'm talking about even doing, you know how you go up to a pole, a random little tree, and make sure you still got your stick skills. I'm doing all that to make sure, you know, that when the time comes, I'm going to be ready and I can, you know, put out my output for all the work I've been putting in. So as for anybody who know about college football, you know, fall camp. Fall camp is something else. Fall camp is something different. And it's built for the strong. It's not for nobody weak at all. A lot of people can't get through fall camp. Like, it's a lot of times where freshmen come in. My year, they came in about 5 people was done. Could not get through fall camp. It was too much. It was like a military camp in there. It was something else. It was something different. You talking about some working out 2 times a day, then practicing twice a day, working out twice the next day, and then making sure you waking up 5 in the morning to go to the field. I'm talking about it was crazy. Back-to-back meetings every day, whole day full. Nothing you can do. That's all you doing is football. For the first 2 weeks before the season started, that's all fall camp was, just football. And it was mind-boggling how much it was ingrained into my brain. But I had already done it freshman year. At this point, going into my sophomore year, I had already done it freshman year. So I'm ready. Like, I'm sitting here ready. I understand. That's why I put in all this work over the summer. I understand that I needed to do what I got to do to be prepared for this. First day of fall camp, you know, we getting out the depth chart or whatever. And I'm looking at the depth chart, and I see my name at 4. I was 4th in the depth chart. And that shit just hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like last year, you know, I feel like I didn't put in enough work to be where I needed to be. But I felt like, I mean, of course, they didn't always see it, but I feel like I was doing something. And I was at 4. You know what I said? I said, fuck it, I ball. At the end of the day, fuck it, I ball. Fuck it, I'm going to get to my spots. It don't matter if I'm at 4. It don't matter if I'm not the number 1 spot, not 1 or 2. I said, fuck it. I gotta work anyways. This is what fall camp for. I said, fuck it, I ball. So I'm talking about these next couple of days, I am going berserk. I'm talking about fall camp. The first few days, I'm talking about if they had a first fall camp winner, they was talking about me. I'm getting messages from the head coach talking about how good I've been going. As you see from Coach K, they say keep working hard, John. We are all noticing. You've had a really good camp. Keep climbing. Can't nobody tell me I wasn't putting in work, man. I was putting in work. You know, I was going crazy. It got to the point where I'm all the way up in the depth chart. I'm at 2. I'm at the 2 spot. You know, I'm rolling in with the 1s and 2s. I mean, it wasn't like a signified position yet, but I was up there. And then it was one pleasant morning. Well, after I explained it, not gonna be so pleasant, but I got this crazy message from my mom right here. And as y'all wondering, who is Nakia? It's my uncle, my mama's brother. So you know what I did? I called my mom up, and all I hear is her crying so bad, and that hurt to the bone. Like it was starting to make me tear up, cause like that was my uncle. It was unexpected. It was surprising. Nobody thought it was gonna happen. And here he is, gone. We had just went on a family trip together to Florida. Boom, gone like that. Heart attack. Crazy. But here's the thing. My family Muslim, so they don't allow the time for you to grieve and just keep on dwelling on it, especially for the funeral. So for the funeral, it was in the next couple of days. It has to be within around 48 hours. So I'm talking, he lives in Florida. He has to come to Atlanta. A whole body has to come to Atlanta, be able to be buried in 2 days. My mom has to go get him. My mom bring his whole family when he left. A wife and 2 kids behind. 3 kids really. 1 is real older, but 3 kids behind. Out of nowhere, out of the blue. So we got to get this funeral. This funeral is upcoming Thursday. So for fall camp, I ended up missing 1 day. I think I missed the day for the funeral. I told them I was going to be missing like the other things, because we had some things like a mental health action plan. Just other things that I had to miss because I had to make the obituary. Like I said, this was quick. This is like quick turnaround. We got to do this. Can't cry too long. You can't really dwell because you got to get this funeral done and you got to get him buried. They like to preserve. That's what Muslims like to do. We get to the funeral, right? And it's real sad. Of course, nobody expected this. This is real sad. And it got to the point was like the family, we had his wife and kids. And they was like, do you want to see the body? They advised them not to look at his body without covers on it. It was that bad. So, you know, we get through the funeral. They ended up not seeing him. They just, you know, seen him in the sheet, kissed him and loved on him before we left. You know, I said my goodbyes to my uncle. I carried him to the casket. But going through my mind, you know, I got to get back for him. I got to get back for him. So next day I get back. I was in Atlanta the day before and then came back to where I'm playing college football at to do this fall camp. And once I get back, I noticed on the depth chart as we going through before, you know, we go to practice, I'm back at 4. I said, I'm back at 4. And I was like, wow. Y'all know what I said? I said, fuck it, I ball. I said, fuck it, I ball. I'm going to ball no matter what. I said, no matter the circumstances, I'm going to keep balling. Because I knew I was doing good and they was looking at me. And they was going to have to play me. So I kept going. I kept going, hammering. And I'm going crazy every single day, consistent. Like, the consistency was crazy. But I'm talking about, my uncle just passed away. I'm back at it. It wasn't like a teardrop. I was like, I'm back at it. And I knew that's what he wanted me to do. That's what he would have wanted me to do. Get right back to it. So that's what I did. Fast forward to around the end of camp. It's like, not much progress I'm seeing. But I'm like, I know in the back of my head, and everybody on that team knows I'm going to be playing this year. First game come up, and I'm on special teams. And I'm like, cool. You know I'm going to keep balling. I get to see the field. That's all I wanted. I want to see the field. It wasn't like I never seen the field before. It's just I'd never not seen the field before. I've never not seen the field before. I never not been able to just be on the field all the time playing. So that first year, I did not want to do that again. I decided this year I'm going to be playing. I was on special team. First game, you know, I played a good bit. One of the people that was in front of me on another special team got hurt. So I ended up playing a lot that game. I wasn't on kickoff. I think I was on punt return. I was on punt return. In that game, I had made a good block for the dude who ran it all the way back. I'm over here. I'm for the team at this point. We win this game. Next game, I'm like, why they take me on punt return? I was just on here. I was doing a good job. I made a great block. Called it out in film and everything. So next game, I'm off of punt return. But I am on punt block. I was a sub on punt block, and I ended up getting on punt block because one of the guys started to feel bad during the game, and I ended up getting on punt block. We win that game. We whipped their ass. They didn't score all. It was probably something like 60-something to 0. It was pretty bad. I think we set like a record for the most points. It was pretty bad. And I do want to say this game, like, you know, I don't know if y'all know, but I am a slot receiver. That's my position. That's what I think I am good at. That's where they put me at. That's where they had me at. But I was still 4 at this time. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm on special team. That's what I'm worried about now. You know, as we beating the hell out of this team, everybody getting their shine. You know, it's like 40-0 in like the really third quarter. So, you know, in the right mind, you would think that the coach would let the, you know, people who don't play get in their spot. I'm at the last spot on the depth chart, and it is 50-0 with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Why the fuck am I not in the game? Please explain to me, why the hell am I not in the game? This is like, this shitty boy time. I've obtained this role. At this point, I'm like, fuck it. I'm one of these guys. I have to get to my bag. You got the bag, Ziploc closed. You're not even letting me reach into the bag. I can't get into it because you're not even allowing me the bag to you. I can't get into it. At this point, you're not giving me a chance. I did not play. It didn't make sense. He's playing his starters. Why the hell would you have Justin Jefferson, CJ Stroud still in the game when it's 50-0? Put the subs in. Make it make sense. But it didn't to him. It didn't to my position coach. And that next week, I was not playing at all. Like, that next week, I didn't see any playtime at all. Like, it wasn't even like, it was just so quick, it just didn't make sense. It wasn't like I was going crazy in practice. It just happened out of the blue where I'm just not on there no more. Got to a point where I was on scout team and I was like, fuck this shit. You know, like, I think it was like every Wednesday and Thursday before, you know, we had our college games, Saturday games, they wanted us on scout team to drop the ball. They didn't want us to catch the ball. It never made sense to me. They wanted us to drop the ball whenever we go on to make a catch. I don't think that made us better. Because when it came time to play the best team, the best team we gonna probably face this year, we lost. We shit at buckets. Because we got our fucking scout team dropping the ball. It's not realistic. That's like fucking playing Madden on rookie, nigga. That's not realistic. And when it got to that point, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. Like, this shit corrupt as fuck. Like, I started thinking deep about this shit. I can show y'all videos. Like, it wasn't like I was just on the field just ass. As you can see, I'm number 25 right here. You see this little fade down the middle. Give me that, you know, regular shit. I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory. So basically, dude right here, he is Defensive Player of the Year. He's been like for the last 3 years in D3 college football, and I wasn't shying away from shit. So most of the niggas he just dog around, and he likes to hip toss a lot. And I noticed he liked to do that shit. So I understood I had to have a strong like lead foot, basically a strong balance as well, because when they try to hip toss, you got to be balanced. They gonna fucking throw themselves away, you know? As y'all can see, I come up, hands it to his chest, Nice little position, as you can see. Hands into his chest. And he gets into this roll. And at this point, he's ready to hip toss me. As he tries to hip toss me, I keep my balance and keep pushing. And he gets angry. Y'all see what I'm doing to our defensive player of the year. Look at this one more time in real speed. As y'all can see, I like to get active on the field. It wasn't like I was just trash. I mean, I got more clips hidden somewhere if y'all want to see, but like, it wasn't like I was just terrible at the fucking game. It just got to a point where it's just like, I wasn't seeing no output that I really wanted. You know, those games where, you know, I just wasn't playing and we were whipping ass. We beat these teams so bad and I wasn't playing. And it'll be times where like another player that's above me is not doing so well, and it's like nobody else is getting a shot. And I just started losing all my like love for the game at that point. I'm gonna say is one thing that I really feel like just motivated me to quit this. It was my position coach and film. It was terrible. It was like hell. He would dog people. I'm talking about people celebrating with their teammates. He would dog. You scoring a touchdown, you celebrating before you get there, you would dog you for that. I'm talking about if you don't, our releases, he would dog you for your releases. Your releases wasn't the one that he got planned for a certain type of route, like a split release for a fucking goal. He would want something like that. If you speed release off of that, he would get angry, you know. And he always critiquing something, and he was real critiquey, and he just didn't know how to build a bond with his actual, you know, players. He didn't know how to build a bond, and that ended up driving me. By the end of the year, I started hearing shit like, man, I heard they was gonna kick you off the team, and coaches over here talking to me, talking about why you not trying. When I'm getting in these drills, I'm over here trolling. I'm like, he said somebody else drop a ball, then we all running laps. Man, I dropped that shit because I didn't give no fuck at that point. I was like, fuck them. Scout team, I wasn't giving them a good look. I'm over here trolling y'all because y'all troll me. I'm trolling y'all because y'all trolled me. And at that point, it was over. When I heard that they was talking about kicking me out, it was over. And, you know, I was begging so bad because it was a little selection committee for who's get to go in the playoff. I was begging my heart out that we didn't get in. And by the best of luck, we didn't. And I was so happy. It was over. At that point, it was over. He gave out the student panels at the end of the year. And I told him all about why I was done. It was mainly because of my coach. I started to notice this was the best decision I probably ever made. There was so much other times for other things in life, like getting money. I'm at a D3 college football team. Like they don't give you money. They don't give you football scholarships. Like you gotta get loans, or you gotta get scholarships. You know, you gotta get FAFSA. It's just hella much more shit. And it's like, I gotta understand that I gotta get money. There's money out there in the world, and I'm worried about playing college football. And it's like, where am I gonna go with just sitting on a bench? Is it really worth it? Is this really worth it? That's what I was asking myself every single day. Is this really worth it? And I was like, it's not. I had a phone call with my mom, and I just wanted to see how she felt about it. She was right along with me every step of the way. She's always gonna be here. She was there for the first time playing football. She was there for the last time playing football. It was really hard to give up, but it was just for the better decision. You know, to move forward in life and understand that there's other things out there in the world that you can achieve and receive, you know, attention and all of that things that you get with football. There's other things you can get with that. It don't gotta be football. And like I said, it was really hard to give up, but I did it for the better of me and hopefully for the better of the people around me. I didn't want to quit during the season though. I wanted to finish it out, and I finished it out. I'm done with it. That's why I quit college football. I hope y'all guys enjoyed this video. You know, this is a nice little fun little entertaining video for y'all to reach in and understand, you know, where a former college football player, mindset is. Like I said, this is D3. It's probably so much different everywhere else, but it had to be this way. Appreciate y'all for watching. Like I said, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy King Shield, and I'm out.